Yeah, did it?
Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the broadcast. I'm your host, eXtine. This is X Television Live. We are kicking it off, and we have a fantastic match for you this evening. We have got a Gentlemen's Club currently in the red as we are in pregame here versus MurderForce 9000. I am joined in the commentary booth by my man, Getawhale. Getawhale, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, man? Glad to be here. Thanks for flying me in here for this match. This is going to be a hell of a match. Some people are already making this out to be match of the season, match of the year, I don't know, match of you name it.
Yeah, match the beginning part of the season, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
As the Gentlemen's Club, off to a hot start last week, crushing the hopes and dreams of Street Hoops Esports. Basically putting the team out of commission. They were playing with some ringers, and they're done. Ain't that right? That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Well, there's been some roster things going on we can talk about. I mean, a lot of people were tuning in to watch Banny play in Highlander, and Banny's not going to be playing. You can see from the lineup, it's going to be Mela. But you know what? Mela, no slouch. If you follow Sixes, you know that Mela is super talented as well, and right there with Banny in terms of skill. So nothing really lost, except for maybe the Banny fans.
Yeah, and Mela definitely super experienced in the Highlander format as well. Used to play heavy. I'm sure has dwelled on other classes as well. Let's get into the rosters here and run that down real quick. For the Gentleman Club, Scout is going to be Enigma, Grape on Soldier, Pudding Cup, the Pyro, Ruin on Demo Man, Arthur, the Heavy Weapons guy, Valen, Engineer, Kozin on Medic, Max on Sniper, and Akuma on Spy. For MurderForce 9000, we got Shrugger on Scout, Remedy on Soldier, Fathom on Pyro, Mela on on Demo Man, Snailboat, the Heavy Weapons guy, Sigafu, the Engineer, Indust on Medic, Fox on Sniper, and Stabby on Spy.
Everyone pretty much using their real names, but you'll find Enigma tagged up as Woad Ash. But I think people know that from now if you've seen last week. But yeah, this I've been reading forums and I've been looking all over. People are hyping this up. It's going to be like, I think it's going to be like Mike Tyson, Vander Holyfield. Somebody is going to get their ear bitten off tonight, eXtine. Someone is. Who?
Yeah.
Who's it going to be? Yeah. Who's going to lose an ear?
It could be, the MurderForce could be kind of like the Ginyu Force, they just get picked off one at a time. Each show their power, their skill set, but there's just not enough strength to conquer the Super Saiyans. Right. So, we'll see. There's definitely some interesting matchups. I think that Ruin versus Mela is good. Ruin, very, very strong. He was showing off last week. That's definitely going to be a clutch battle, as we've pointed out. I think Stabby versus Akuma, or at least how they perform, if not their direct competition with each other, that's going to be pretty clutch. I was really impressed with Akuma last game. I know that he was a strong spy, but last game was really fantastic.
Yep.
And then I'm also very interested to see the matchup of Sigafu versus Valen.
Yes, that should be good. The Engineers. And, this gravel pit map, we can talk about the map a little bit. You talk about the term meta and what the teams do. It's pretty well established on gravel pit, especially with top-level teams. But every now and then we still see some creative little things and some, change-ups thrown. And so be interesting to see, are we going to see that today? Or are we going to see sort of more cookie-cutter strategies?
Yeah, there's some things that are, more new that we'll see how they work out. The quick fix, for example, always a possibility that might get thrown out when you're on offense. There are also some crit strategies that we see. There's definitely, some stuff that's very ingrained that, there's a possibility we might see it challenged or messed with. Stuff like, pushing B first or trying to hold or doing, an Iron Man hold.
Right.
That was a term that's pure coin, but more so in Sixes. Again, Highlander, it would be a little bit tough to do an Iron Man hold. But part of the
Yeah.
reason why that hold does work is because the capture time takes so long,
Right.
and if they're not really devoting that many players, they can't really put a lot of time on it. So
Yeah, I mean, not so much. I don't see it in Highlander. I just did a match actually earlier today, a Euro match. Not
mhm.
technically Iron Man hold, but we see a lot of teams that are really good at adaptability and who can vary their pushes. Maybe kind of a junior version of it where they will cycle around a lot and show one way and then go another way. So they have fun with it. But these teams are ready to go. I'm watching pregame right now. Kozin is playing out of his mind already in pregame, and so these teams are ready to go at it. We're just waiting. We are 9v9 in the server, but still just waiting here to get underway.
Yeah, so let's talk about things a little bit more, especially maybe some of the terminology. So when teams roll out, typical defense, like we said, they don't really protect A. So a lot of teams will just go for A and take that right away. The medic will stay tucked away because you don't want to risk exposing the medic and losing the Uber. Because there is a setup time here. You get a free Uber charge, and you just don't want to drop it. So then at that point, a lot of teams really commonly choose to walk through the AC connector and walk towards the C point, and this is the closest to where the defensive red team spawns. But because you haven't killed a lot of them, most of them will just be held up in the B area. Now, if we're at C and looking at it from the defensive perspective, from Red's perspective, was going over this with the Portland Burnsiders, giving them a little bit of coaching earlier today. You have 5 doors, 5 entrances, and starting from the left to the right, you have door number 1, door 2, door 3, which then leads to A, 4, which kind of leads to the end of that connector, and 5, which leads underneath on that A side. And the door 1 and door 2 are really good, easy ways to push into B. So teams, especially after they capture A, they'll rotate a lot of players over there and then push into B through that route.
Yeah, I agree with that. The other thing, the C point caps really fast, and so when the fight gets to C, it gets a lot more intense, and that's something that if you haven't played in competitive, you might not know. The C point caps faster than any of the other ones. It looks like we're going here.
Nice. So yeah, we are in setup time here. Should get rolling real quickly. I want to talk about B just a little bit more. Again, this is probably where the teams are going to come over to, or where Red is going to come over to, and Blue will probably attack it second. We'll see where Red sets up. Sides rotating and pushing through C. Blue, you basically have 2 options as you push in. You have the long hallway, which is, well, very descriptive. It's the longer route that goes around the outside to approach the ramp side of the house. And then you have short, and the short hallway then just drops off right by that shed and then connects to A. And short can definitely work out, but as soon as you drop down that, or even the long connector, as soon as you drop down, you're stuck in that area. So sometimes medics will push through long, and we'll see teams take that approach after the initial engagement.
Then we have a bit of a split defense here. People defending A point here. The demo's here. Ruin just hanging out. Spy, scout, sniper.
Yeah, that's not too unusual. I mean, it's a light defense. They might be able to get a pick here. And any of these classes, if they go down, they should be able to react by switching sides. They do get good results here already, starting this stopwatch off right, as they get a snipe on Sugar.
Gone down already at B.
Get the engineer. So.
Yeah, the nest is down to B. The teleporter's still sitting there. The classes that jumped up, that was Mela and Remedy. Both of them down now, but they did what they accomplished. Can they follow up on it, though, now is the question, as we see Blue kind of getting a response.
Yeah.
Both teams still have Uber, and so there's been nothing popped yet, and so a little slow going here to start.
Gravel Pit has got a ton of history. It's a very, very different style of BF2 than any other map that's out there. It's so much fun, so awesome. It's got a lot of history in the Sixes community as well, not really played very frequently. And actually it's rather funny and touching to see Enigma playing as a scout in a Highlander with a sentry spot that he pioneered being built up once again.
Yep. So if you watch here, Red is kind of hanging out, and Ruin has the mining tunnel stuck up, which is a bit of an interesting spot. He gets that now as they're going to cycle around. Big snipe there on Grape. not a whole lot happening. Very slow start. I'm a little surprised here, eXtine.
Yeah, it's alright. That's how it goes. You just got to keep things under control. They've captured A. And Gravel Pit, you know, another thing with Gravel Pit is you just really can't afford to make mistakes. It's too time dependent. You just can't mess it up. So they're doing a good job. They're pushing cleanly here.
Gun down.
Through door number 1. Good Uber flashes. They're going to get out here, but they did get the gun. Get the sentry once again as Valen tries to get it replanted. And Red doesn't have an Uber charge to work with here. So Blue trying to send their Demo Man Mela around the corner here. Knock Ruin around a little bit. Mela's going to back up.
There's a bit of a presence around B. Actually, Sigafu got in and laid down a little mini buy. The B point, which is still up and just sitting there. And we have the ramp gun, though, put up on the other side from the Gentleman's Club team.
Yeah,
and up comes the Heavy now. Oh, the Heavy gets picked out. Sorry, I got cut off there. Max doing crazy work.
Yeah, quite all right. Good work coming out here. B doing a lot to, or sorry, Blue doing a lot to disrupt the defenses here at B. The sentry gun does stay up as Valen gets Stabby's sapper. And I think he's trying to place a teleport exit right on top of Stabby.
Stabby just sitting there, just watching it all happen.
Yeah.
That was kind of astounding. I can't believe Stabby's still there, but that's why he's Stabby, and he's still just living there.
Yeah, Valen might be in trouble though, as Fox is here. He might coordinate with Stabby.
And Fox picked up Max, so now there's a lot of room for Blue to come in. This might be the time for MurderForce to move in.
Yeah, Fox has got a good angle right here. Stabby's over here as well. Doesn't want to come out too early to get caught in some crossfire. Mela from behind as well, doing a lot of work. Only a few up here.
Kozen gets forced all by himself.
Yeah.
That's rough
I didn't really exactly see how that built up, but it's definitely kind of one of those pops. Oh, now he's getting body blocked. Oh, God.
Little showdown there. Finally, Strugger finishes it off. So it looks like the beep cap is going to go down, although the Kuma's still there creeping around. Going to go down. So now we're going to move on to third point, and not a terrible time. I think we're looking at about 4 minutes here.
Yeah, that's pretty speedy on B. Definitely a Gravel Pit can get real crazy. Anytime you're doing the stopwatch format, sometimes even less so because there's no carts. There's no fixed time of pushing a cart. Sometimes in Gravel Pit matches you just get this like, oh wow, that's such a quick offense. There's no way they're going to be able to beat it, and then the next team just comes out and totally stomps it. So you never really know. Red definitely had an opportunity, good enough right now to set up a decent defense here.
Indust has Uber though. This is going to be a push right here.
Yeah, Valen only has a mini sentry up top, and good protection, good heals, good use of the Uber so far right now. Kozen and Grape, the only ones down, but Kozen is the medic. And now losing a couple other players is Max and Arthur. Arthur's the heavy weapons guy. Just a sentry up point. Oh, it does get the kill.
Gentleman's Club, this is going to be it.
Slow things down.
MurderForce got to get up there. Heavy's just going to run up by himself. Here comes Snailboat.
If he holds it, it comes down to that sentry gun.
Oh, takes him out. Grape going down.
Spy's up there, though. Akuma's there. Gets a stab. Oh, God, the revolver.
Here comes, we got moving up here now. It's Stabby, and Stabby on it, and wow, boy, they better send someone. That's going to be it. 5 minutes, just under.
That was actually turned into a close hold. They actually, potentially could have had a lot. Could have survived that. It does get close, but not able to reestablish things. And 4:58, pretty fast. That
is fast, and certainly that is a time that is doable, though. I talked about how it was a little slow getting going that round. I actually cast a Europlat match today where we saw a time of 2:30, and so I don't know if that's just a difference between, and it was 2 top European Platinum teams, so I don't know if it's a just difference between Euro and NA, who knows, but I think it's certainly doable. This is not outside of the realm of possibility for Gentleman's Club here to pick off. Let's see what the setup is like.
Well, Sigafu, for one, is getting on the roof. He's going to throw a teleporter exit down on the roof. That's going to be helpful for as long as that is allowed to stay up, pretty much. Teleporter entrance is at the bottom of the house, so people can just come over and take that up. Definitely your teleporter entrances have to be outside of the base, so they're easy to pick off. So that's pretty clever, pretty nifty.
Watching these sticks that were put down here just inside these tunnels by Mela, let's see if they're going to do anything. Hidden real well.
Yeah, could have gotten the sniper there, but he's gonna let that trap sit for a little bit.
Yeah, they're spotted out.
Yeah, Heavy spotted him now. It's too late.
A lot of geometry in these hallways that you've really got to check every single corner for sticks.
Yeah, Stabby does get 1 kill over on A, but I think they're going to leave that uncontested, so the Scout will have no problem just cleaning that up.
Grape's going to suicide in.
Yeah, Kozin didn't use any Ubercharge, and that works out. Sigafu is up to a level 2 sentry gun and is banging away at that dispenser as well. So he's getting pretty entrenched up on the roof. Yeah, level 2 dispenser as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that... Do you think that there's a bit of a mismatch, or do you think we're about equal in terms of the engineer matchup? Because we didn't quite see this from Valen. Valen obviously skilled and mega smart, but do you think there's a bit of an edge here to Sigafu managing to get this all up this quick?
I think that Sigafu probably has the brains advantage and Valen has the bronze advantage. He's got great combat skills, but Sigafu is definitely
see what happens
very
here, though.
intellectual engineer.
Yeah, here comes the push, and is Sigafu going to keep his stuff up? Wrangling the gun will give it more health, which is good.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, he lost both the exit and the entrance. I think he lost his dispenser as well. So, I mean, if he wants to rebuild up there, it kind of depends on whether he's actually going to maintain metal. He also has to keep his, keep repairing his gun. So that's an issue as well. He might have to ditch his rooftop adventure here.
Yeah, he's kind of stranded. One thing that's really important to take note of is that Indus did not pop Uber, so Indus still holding on, and so, just can kind of sit back. Holding really conservatively, though, now, just up above, wants to maybe watch out not to get sniped. Very long sniper lanes there.
Yeah, there goes the sentry. See if Sigafu just chooses to jump down here. Definitely not going to have the metal to really contest or build anything up here.
And so Indus actually dropped, and so much for that.
Yeah, Max
so
with the
there
big
goes
there.
the red Uber. And so fantastic job by Max, who actually just creeped in long tunnel and kind of came around the long way. And we're probably going to see this B point get capped down.
Yeah, controlling the sniper is really important, and those sight lines very huge. Remedy tries to jump in and delayed the point a bit, but this is clearly a capture for blue team. They're also going to have an Ubercharge advantage and going to be able to push directly into C with a charge here. Valen is at last building around.
Wow.
Mini
There's
sentry
a mini
up top.
sentry up there. So,
Yeah,
so much for the advantage that Sigafu had. Real smart move, but that gets taken out. Nice work sneaking in. Creepy little sneaky Valen.
Yes. So a minute 30 left to go here. Valen with a teleporter on the stair side in that connector. The Ubercharge is used. They're coming up here. Heavy's charging the point. We get Heavy on Heavy Crime. Oh, and he goes down. Arthur taken down.
No heals up for MurderForce. Not going to be
Valen
easy.
climbing this tower with the shotgun. Scout's up there as well.
Oh,
Scout surviving. Oh,
Enigma
man.
doing it himself, and he's got 2 on that cap. In comes going down. Remedy really gave it a shot there, but they pull it out, and that's pretty convincing. They had at least a minute on their time there, so real nice job.
Yeah, that was pretty well done by the Gentleman's Club there. Nice Ubercharge, aggressiveness, throwing players in at the point together. And, well, if you want to pinpoint about, Valen and Sigafu, like I said, I think that Valen has the combat skills.
Yep.
And, I mean, it's so tough to decide, which player, especially in Highlander, is better because it's so much about the team. But Valen came through in the clutch there. I mean, his shotgun really helped that Scout survive.
I think they both have they both have amazing skills, and I think we have a lot more even of a matchup than we might have imagined. And certainly both of these teams are equally matched. Do you think that, eXtine, sometimes when you're playing a first round on a map against a team, it's a little bit like you're feeling the other team out to kind of see what their strats are like, and, is it game time now that we played one?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we did just get done with playoff season not too long ago. There's also been a couple other special events that have used, a Highlander best of 3 settings. And when you do that, one thing that's sometimes sad is when you do payloads or when you do a stopwatch format and you only get one set in because, there's the attacking rhythm of the map and teams just have to settle in. And I think you really get to see more exciting play if you get to see a second and hopefully a third round when you're in these stopwatch or payload formats. So I think definitely we should see a mix-up here, and strategies will be pretty interesting to see how it goes down.
A classic mix-up, perhaps.
Yeah, and that's also sometimes the timing of, gravel pit or stopwatch is interesting. Sometimes you have a bad push, bad offense, or a really good offense, and then the next time you play, the other team has kind of figured you out quite a bit, and all of a sudden your offense just doesn't work. You're not really getting in there. You're not really getting kills.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, when I think of when we play this map, we talk a lot about sniper and spy. What I think of about sniper and spy on this map is make or break. And what I mean by that is that a sniper can either have a really bad round or they can wreck and just do crazy work. And the same with the spies. And the thing that I noticed was that Stabby had a bit of a hard time getting going there. But obviously we know that Stabby's such a huge difference maker and just very, very skilled. And so it'll be interesting to see between the snipers and the spies this time, do they get shut down or do they just run wild? We're about ready to go here, 15 seconds.
Yeah, definitely controlling the sniper is really important. You have to watch those sight lines. We saw Max getting a big important pick there, and that obviously was a big factor of that.
Fox is just looking for maybe a med pick right off the top here, just standing right outside spawn. Not gonna get it. Poor Wolf. And so moving into 8 point now, here comes Gentleman's Club.
We also have Grape on the Baker's Bazooka, which is kind of funny.
Check out Valen. Valen's going right to C right away. Valen's going to maybe get a spawn camp on? Valen's getting a spawn camp on. With a mini sentry, granted, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, you can definitely put some good pressure on C and have kind of a maintained presence. Valen's still there with a sniper kind of locking it down. Scout goes back in.
Yeah, just posting up. I guess we'll keep you posted here on this.
Yeah, he's got the sniper on him now, down to 50 health. Gonna cycle his sentry gun, get another one down. Still getting chased around though, he goes down.
Yeah, just running a bit of a distraction play. I don't know if I believe in that one there, but it's certainly worth a try. Distraction plays work sometimes.
Kozin is out now. Looks like he's gonna go long hallway with his demo man Ruin. Now that I said that, he backs up, so maybe he's just sending Ruin on his way.
Yeah, gun on roof, and I like the gun on the roof at the B point, and the reason is we see so often when there's, say, an uber disadvantage, you see the demos and the soldiers jumping in, trying to take roof on the blue team, and the gun there just shuts that down immediately, so it's a really smart play by Sig.
Yeah, I think maybe last time, you could make the argument that he had some issues where he needed to ditch his setup earlier so that it would be easier for him to rebuild. Right now he's in another kind of weird spot where he's got a level 2 sentry and he's got the teleporter exit up top. Yep. It's like he almost needs to get down and get a dispenser and then get a teleporter exit and then get back on top of the roof, Right now he can't get any more metal. It's just going to be a level 2 up there for a while.
Yeah, and we're still kind of dealing with a bit of this perfectionism, I think, a little bit, as both Ubers were still just sitting here and both teams just waiting for the picks that, they satisfied with, and here we go. Yeah. I guess that was it for Blue.
Yeah, Blue finally got good enough positioning. Yeah,
Fathom just blowing everyone away here.
And Red Medic did turn around and get some good heals over on Snailboat. Definitely needs to continue to get those heals on him. Keep him alive.
We're going to have the re-push here. Gentleman's Club coming around to 1.
And Max snipes down Fox, which is a big frag.
That
gives him more freedom. He takes down Snailboat. Valen also gets Stabby, while Max gets Fathom as well. So he's onto a spree right now. Players going down. Red are still alive, though, on the ramp side. Mela still getting heals. The Scout is there as well.
Boy, are they hurt, though. Remedy went down. He was at 2 HP, and they're just holding on here by the skin of their teeth, I think. Indus is left with just a Scout to heal.
Sigafu's level 2 in an interesting spot. Now the spy coming over here. That's going to get dealt with.
Sniped out! Max picking out Indus again, and he is just proving here. I don't know, does he want to play this map all season? Maybe you'll have to ask him.
Gravel Pit definitely very, very nasty for snipes. He gets Stabby at close range again. That's actually just dead ringer. Stabby's still running around.
I think this might be it for B point. Are we going to see a second fence happen here for MurderForce?
Enigma comes in, gets Snailboat and Remedy. He's going to run away. Oh, no, sorry, does not get stabbed. Mela gets stabbed is what was going on. Akuma, 1 health, lurking around.
Slow cap here on this B point. There's only 2 on it.
Yeah, the point kind of takes a while to cap sometimes. No big deal, though, as long as they still have it clearly secure.
Stabby's back there cleaning stuff up. Stabby killed Valen with a headshot.
Max doing work, continues to hit Shrug one time real good. and put a bullet through Fox as well, which again, that's his sniping opposition. So that kind of opens him up to do some more stuff. Remedy is going to get the pick. Cozen's moving in with the Demo Man and gets a little bit separated from Ruin. Continues to get separated, but they are going to take out the red Pyro. Now that Fathom is down, they should be a lot more open to get in and get involved here.
Indus has Uber. Indus got to do something just standing over on the right side here.
It's taking too long to use it. They got to make sure they use it early enough. Need to get some frags. Blue's actually just going to get set up at the bottom of the spire of the tower. And now they're going to climb. And this could definitely work out real well for them.
And Indust will be missed going down there. And so we have 4 players up, 3 up. It's going to be the last cap, I've got to think.
Yeah, there's a Pyro chasing Cozen, but he's going to get the heal up there. Stabby, 50 health. And 433, which I think was fairly close to their offensive time last time.
Yeah, very close. Only about 30 seconds off. I've got to give a lot of credit to both Demo Men in that round. Mela was putting out fantastic damage and got a lot of big picks. Ruin was playing really well too and played very close to the combo. And I think that close combo play is working out pretty well for the Gentleman's Club team.
Yeah, definitely. Ruin got a lot of heal love last game as well. Also, Max has just been pretty crazy today, really kind of killing things.
Fathom, great job as well. Fathom just kind of stalled a couple Ubers as well. But I've seen good things as well from on the other side coming from Pudding Cup.
Yeah, definitely.
Mission begins in 10
We'll see what happens here. The sentry gun in that Enigma spot.
4, 3, 2.
Just chilling right behind the house.
And if you're not familiar with the format in UGC, we do play a best of 3, and so this is Gentleman's Club's match here to win, or in other words, if MurderForce can't take this round, can't beat this time, it's going to be it. That's going to be GG's.
Mm-hmm. Max starts things off with a snipe, takes down Shrug. Very close range, just holding down A point.
Yeah, just getting early picks. A little jump in here from the soldier now, who's on D already.
Yeah, Blue have lost a lot of players, just throwing them in. But, you know, suicides, try to get something to happen before they spend their Uber somewhere.
Yeah, it's a standard thing. Suicide in if you're on blue team. See if you can kill a medic. You have pretty quick respawns. It's not a big deal.
The control point is being contested.
A couple players going to take care of A here. Not going to be pressured out. They just need to get this in the books. Stabby using Cloak and Dagger on the battlements. Running around on B. Maybe could go for a stab here against the medic heavy combo. But unlikely. What? Wow. Maybe his cloak ran out just barely, but Stabby gets caught out.
Akuma gonna try to make a play. Akuma's behind the blue combo.
Max out sniping Fox once again. Here comes the Uber from blue, forced out as they come through short here in the A connector. It's just gonna be able to stand there with Pudding Cup and soak that up. Ouch. Arthur round in the corner. Gets good damage out there, and that's just shut down on blue.
Yeah, nowhere to go. They have to back out, so rough luck there. 2 minutes 40.
Mm-hmm. Cozen ends up with a slight Uber advantage through that as well.
Yeah, I don't know how much, you know, the teams have really been playing with Uber. We haven't seen a lot of pushes without Uber, for the most part.
Yeah. You have to play around the Uber quite a bit on Gravel Pit just to make sure that you can get in cleanly or deal with the sentry gun. But there's definitely, obviously, good opportunities and with the clock ticking as well. Oh my god, Akuma with the double stab. Remedy and Dust. Mela goes down, but now Stabby responding. He kills Arthur, the heavy weapons guy, going down. Some good stabs there, but man, that's going to hurt quite a bit.
Yeah, Akuma was just waiting for the perfect time to strike. Had been spotted a couple times, but man, I'll take a 2K any day.
Yeah, especially with the medic in there.
Switch to crit streak now for blue, and so MurderForce just throwing out all the stops here.
Yeah, a minute 40 left to go here. MurderForce really does need to get aggressive. They're keeping Indus back to build the Uber charge. Now, yes, just trying to find some kills or some damage. They do need to get this Uber charge pressured out of Cozen. But right now, Kozin has just been staying behind Rock and staying safe. 106 health, regenning, not even going to bother grabbing the bottle. Walks within like 2 feet of it and says, nah, nah.
I got
What do you
think? What do you think of this crits? Sorry to interrupt. What do you think of the crits switch? I've got to ask.
You got to do something. You know, I guess that's how I would describe that. You got to do something. It is definitely desperation, but they got to hit something here with this. They're going to need a drop. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
Right now, though, coming out the gates, not with the crits, so they're holding it right now.
Looks like they're going to try
Medic
to
is on
stack
point.
B. I don't know how
Uber
well
was
it's
used
stacked
pretty
forward.
early.
Yep.
Yeah, the crits has been used by blue. It's going to be laser beams
Ooh, they
right
pick
in
out
the
an-
face.
Well, their Kozin story got picked out, and the spy that's behind here, Akuma's going to go for the heavy. Get him.
I think this is too late though, potentially.
Yeah.
Akuma is going on the point. He could maybe slow this down a little bit. The ×4 on Gravel Pit though captures really slowly. Mela just pushing forward. They have 15 seconds. Oh my god, Max headshots Mela right when he was going for the jump up to Spire. That's crazy. He would have been up there, lobbing stickies down. We got Fox out here trying to pick off Ruin. Ruin gets the sticky kill over the top, and that's going to be it. Wow.
GG's all around.
Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. 2 sets. 2 Gentlemen's Club showing their dominance. Once again, MurderForce 9000. Banny, you know, was on their roster, is on their roster. Not starting for him, though. I believe he just, you know, it doesn't work with his schedule. He's still going to back them up, but he can't make match times. So, you know, they've stepped in. They had Mala in there. Mala did fine. But just outclassed by Gentlemen's Club once again. I think Max. I think just Max. I don't know. I don't think you have to say a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, a little bit. When we did our little fantasy draft, Max, the #1 overall pick, and I guess still racking them up here. But one of these teams had to go 1-1, and one of them had to be 2-0. And that's the outcome that we have with Gentlemen's Club pulling it off, and they've got to be feeling good for themselves.
Yeah, I would feel great after that. Mela
Both
put
kind
on a pretty good
sorry.
show. Sorry, what?
I was going to say they're both kind of super teams, you know, both kind of power kind of super teams, and you know, it's kind of like unstoppable force, what is it?
Immovable force.
Immovable object.
Yeah, immovable object versus unstoppable force.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a Clash of the Titans, and a lot is still getting figured out in this new season of Platinum Highlander. It still feels like we're not really on stable ground yet. Teams still definitely sizing each other up. And some serious money on the line this season as well, thanks to this community prize pot. That is still definitely growing. They're still looking for more contributors to that. But it's also already at a very impressive stage. So I'm very excited about it. If I was playing in Platinum, I would be even more excited about it. But I think it definitely adds a literal allure to Highlander that has been missing in some people's eyes.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, obviously both of these teams wanted it. We saw an ear bitten off, though, and it was the ear of MurderForce. And I'm pulling for these guys because I have a lot of them in my fantasy league. I keep talking about it. I'm such a shill for the TF2 fantasy. You can read about it on the UGC forums.
Yeah,
and same with the donation drive. That's on the forums as well.
We want to give some shout-outs real quick here as well. Want to give a shout-out to our next broadcast that is going to be on Tuesday at, let me look up the time once again. I think it's at 10 p.m. Eastern, perhaps. I'm totally flopping this right now.
It's all right.
10:30 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to have the open finals. Going to be broadcasted by getawhale and Duder. There's a chance that maybe Mr. Slyn might stop by, but I think those are our casters for tomorrow. We're pretty excited about that. Dashner's going to be running camera for that. He's got some new tricks. He's been teaching Cold some new tricks, but Cold running camera for us tonight. So big ups to Cold for doing that. Want to give a shout out to the 9 and Out Highlander podcast, which Getaway will be appearing on, and usual time frame for that is about 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday nights. Is that correct?
I believe so. 8 or 8:30. Check the forums and you'll see it, or you can. It's on the forums. UGC forums. UGCleague.com.
Yeah, we're happy that's being organized by TurboCop, and we're happy we put up the VODs from the first 2 episodes on our YouTube. we're happy to be distributing them. Not 100% sure if we're going to have them streaming on our channel. It's been talked about, but their channel is okay. So I think we will be going ahead on ours. So that's great. The Turbo's channel for it though is twitch.tv/9andout. Very cool new show. Very excited about that. I think the Highlander world needs a podcast.
Yeah.
And glad that you guys are able to get together and get that done. Do you know
We'll have to have
who
you
your
on.
guest is?
I know you're a busy dude, but we'll have to have you on. Actually, this week, tomorrow, it's going to be Valen himself. He will be joining us
awesome.
live on webcam, so tune in for it.
Cool. Well, you'll have to ask him about, the roof hold for Gravel Pit, what he thought about engineering.
Yeah, do you know what? It worked out well for him. Gentleman's Club obviously coming out on top, so if it feels good, do it.
Definitely. So that'll be a good time. I would love to be on there sometime, but yeah, my schedule is definitely a little restrained. Trying to clear my schedule up. We got a little campaign running here at eXtv, our Patreon campaign. If you want to chip in and help fund eXtv so that we can get more coverage going, more broadcasts, more post-produced casts. Both myself and Luke are trying our darndest to get a bunch of content out to you guys. He has been working not only on the January top 10, but also the October top 10 from last year, as those demos are now playable again. So I'm excited for both those. I think that about sums it up. Getawhale, you got any last words?
No, I feel good, man. I think we touched on everything. I guess just tune in next week. We will have another fantastic match right here. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Exactly, without a doubt. 9:30 p.m. Eastern next Monday. Also, of course, don't forget those other streams that we mentioned Tuesday night, both 9 and out, and then the ESEA Open finals. Very excited to see those two teams go at it. We got the Bud Squad. And then, of course, more eXtv videos coming out for you guys. So thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I am eXtine, and I will see you next time. Peace out.